How about we do that move you taught me last weekend?
Now? I admire your boldness, but what will the team think?
What?
So after the new Superman came out, we had some news about who would be writing some future DCU projects. Two, in exact, Wonder Woman and Teen Titans are going to be written by the same person. And that's generally not a problem. I generally don't have a problem with that at all. But then you start to realize when you look at the person's credits that they've done 5 episodes of a Vampire Diaries show and credits for a movie that isn't out yet in Supergirl, and that's basically all they've done. They are basically just an actress, and so when I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh God, no. I don't know where all the people are with the experience are, but listen, it doesn't mean that this is going to be a terrible movie or a bad movie or the worst movie ever. Hopefully not. But that's not really why I'm here to talk today. I'm here to talk about something that I hope, even if they don't have much experience, maybe it becomes a really good movie. I hope it is. You can only be hopeful. But what I'm here to talk about really is the demographic of the Teen Titans and who should be on the team. Honestly, this is how I would set up the DCU, and this is how I'd set up the Teen Titans. Hopefully you like and enjoy. Okay, so we need, obviously, our Teen Titans leader. And, you know, through comic books and TV shows and movies, there's a lot of iterations of who you think should be the leader. Obviously, they're always a Robin, but generally they're a Robin. But I would always pick my GOAT, obviously, Dick Grayson. He is the only one. He's the only choice because he's the best Robin and one of the best DC characters ever. But I wouldn't go, interestingly enough, I wouldn't go with Teen Robin. I'd probably go young adult Robin and make him Nightwing. Quite honestly, I think that's a better move to go for in this universe, in this world. Personally, I think a all-teen cast wouldn't resonate with most people. I think you need some adults in the team, at least young adults. And there's many reasons why I pick Nightwing. Is like he's just cool, he's badass, I love his suit. But also the dynamic of him being a leader, because of the experience he has with Batman, just would work really well. Also, we already know Damian's gonna be part of the Batman movie that comes out, whenever it comes out. So we should prepare for an older Nightwing anyway. So he's gonna have to be older anyway, and he's gonna have to, maybe he's probably already Nightwing at this point. He should be, obviously, because Damian's out. So Damian's gonna be with Batman. Nightwing is gonna have his own team, and instead of a movie with Nightwing and Red Hood, maybe we could just start off with him and Teen Titans and leading the team. Because he's going to lead the team. Obviously, we're going to have to put Starfire right next to him. I mean, this is just an obvious Teen Titans choice. But also, she's going to have to be a little bit older too because of their relationship and how they go about things. And I think it'd be fun to view her lack of knowledge of the world as a little bit older person. I think that'd be fine. I think you could do that perfectly fine. Then, obviously, a controversial choice for some people, but if you watch Teen Titans growing up, like, this is obviously not that controversial. Obviously, I would want Cyborg in it. A lot of new DC stuff, which I'm going to say, I don't like this. A lot of new DC stuff puts Cyborg with the Justice League or on his own. I hate that. I don't think Cyborg fits with the sensibilities of the Justice League, at least early on. I don't think it works well. And it just contrast wise, having a intelligent character in a team with another intelligent character, it just feels weird having that be your main team. You already have Batman, you already have Mr. Terrific that potentially will be part of the Justice League early on. Why do we need so many intelligent people in one team? I think what fits more is when a lot of characters contrast with each other in a team. And that's personally why I would pick him immediately. Because he contrasts already really well with a Nightwing that has no powers and is just a badass who can fight, and Starfire, who's an alien from space who can fly. There's already a great contrast in the way they look and in their abilities. That's why you would put Cyborg with a Teen Titan instead of a Justice League. That's how I feel about it. And it's why I wouldn't put in a Blue Beetle, because I personally think their character schemes conflict with each other very well, in my personal opinion. How their abilities work, even to the average person, even if they don't have the same abilities, they look enough the same that they just, in my personal opinion, don't fit together in a team. I also would say that I just like I just like Cyborg more than I like Blue Beetle personally. I think Cyborg fits well when he's a little bit goofier, he's a little bit more fun. And listen, I have bias. I haven't seen all Cyborg comics of all time, or everything he's been in ever, but I personally prefer him a little bit more goofy, and I think that fits more with the Teen Titans team. And that's why he'd probably be around 16, 17. I think he'd be younger, obviously, because of the accident. And then with that, the true teens, I think, would be a little bit younger than Cyborg, would be Beast Boy and Raven. And I think they need to be around the same age, because you could play with their relationship that they had in the cartoon, and their characters extremely contrast well together, those two in particular. And I like their relationship that builds. And yeah, I think there should be a Nightwing to mentor some of the little younger ones in Raven and in Beast Boy and in Cyborg, and maybe even Starfire, because she doesn't know much about the world. And that would be my main team. I would pick those 5. No one else. God, no one else. And the reason for that is a lot of teams like to put in someone like a Kid Flash, and I personally really like Kid Flash, but the problem with putting in Kid Flash is that a lot of fights become incredibly hard to manage when you have a character so fast that they should be doing so much in a fight. And that's a big problem I have with speedsters and fights in general, is that they should be doing so much, but they never can, because if they could do the things they should be doing, then the fight is over, right? Like every fight, if there's a guy with a gun, the Kid Flash, the Flash, all of them should immediately take all their weaponry away, and it would be easy, and it'd be so fast in a second. And it's one of the worries of DC in general, but speedsters, is that it's really hard to make things make sense when they're around because of how fast they are. And unless you put limitations on them, which there are sometimes, that's why I probably wouldn't put a Kid Flash on a team. I think it's just too convoluted and too complicated, and it can make the story kind of dumb at times. And you want the stories to be good, engaging, believable enough, and work well. I also, team is one thing, but also like the vibe. This is why I originally talked about who was writing it, and I'm just like, why are we giving a person that barely wrote anything Teen Titans, when, like, I feel like James Gunn has perfect sensibilities for a Teen Titans movie, way more than Superman, in my opinion. I think that's where James Gunn works, with a cast of characters that all flow together, that all are goofy and can have fun around each other. I think that's his perfect sensibilities. I also want, like, selfishly, I want the DC Teen Titans to be a little bit darker, because there's a lot of themes that are incredibly dark in Teen Titans, not only just the TV shows, but in the movies, in the comics. So it is a level of, like, I don't know what I want, but I think what would fit best would probably be that goofier, more fun James Gunn style tone. Now, it's not all just about the tone of the movie or who's gonna be the main characters, which I think at least should be those 5. It's also about the villain, and who should the villain be of your first Teen Titans movie. I think, honestly, it's an easy choice. It should be Deathstroke. You hear news about Deathstroke being a superhero, or not a superhero, but part of a team up movie, or maybe a villain movie. And I'm like, why are we thinking about this? Deathstroke should just be the villain of the Teen Titans movie. easily. He works really well with all the characters, and he's just a really badass villain. I don't know why you would not pick him. And I think that should be the first movie about defeating Deathstroke. Like, that easily should be the first movie of the franchise. And I personally think that this could be my favorite movie in DCU because it's my favorite team, one of my favorite teams in superhero-dom ever. I think this could be a really good movie, and I hope they don't mess it up by hiring someone that just doesn't know how to do it right. Thank you guys. What do you think about the team, and what do you think your team would be? And do you disagree with me? Would you put Kid Flash or Blue Beetle or someone else on the team? Tell me in the comments. I would love to know. Thank you. Bye.